What's up, everybody? This is Chris, otherwise known as Music City Driver, coming at you from the Middle Tennessee area. So it is early Sunday morning. Well, actually, not that early. It's at almost 8:30. So I didn't get out until really late Saturday night. I think my first ride was about 7 o'clock. So I'm just now getting done. I was gonna hang around a little longer, do some more rides, but it kind of just died off on me, and I wasn't getting any more rides. I really just didn't feel like doing any more airport runs. I did like 4 or 5 airport runs. A couple of them surged, um, and then I kept driving around through surged areas where I thought there would be people leaving, like the Nation, Sylvan Park, West Nashville, places like that. But no luck. So I decided to go ahead and cut it short, and I decided to go ahead and do my episode of Money Monday a little bit early, at least record it early. I may not actually upload it until Monday. So if you're watching this Monday and it's not Sunday, then you'll know why you're seeing it on Monday instead of Sunday, because I just decided to wait to upload it. So this weekend was insane in Nashville. There was a lot of stuff going on. There were 2 nights, 2 back-to-back concerts at Bridgestone Arena. The Eagles played 2 back-to-back sold-out concerts. And also on, on Saturday, not midday, like evening, I guess, there was a soccer match. Nashville recently got a Major League Soccer team, and they had a game which ended up in a draw, a 0-0 draw, apparently, at the Titans Nissan Stadium. It started about 5, and it let out about 7 something, and that's when the insanity began. It was a little bit busy before that. I got a nice little ride coming in. So I came in through Franklin because I figured with the concert going on and other stuff going on, people might be coming in, and lo and behold, I did get a nice XL ride from the Franklin area all the way to Germantown. Nice little way to start my day. And from there on, it just took off. So let me give you an idea of what happened this weekend. So here we are. As you can see, I made $627.44 this week. Look at that. That's in pretty much 2 days, because Thursday night I didn't really do much. I only did like maybe 2 or 3 hours. I just still wasn't feeling it. I just was tired. I just wanted to go home and watch the Preds game, and that's what I did. So I didn't drive much. Friday was really good. On Uber, I did $197.88 on Uber. Last night on Uber, I did $372.40, and that was in like 10 hours roughly, because I took a couple of breaks in there. So really interesting. So I had $48.55 in tips and that's for the week, not for the day. So as you can see, had some really, really good things going on. 36 trips. The whole week I only worked 24 hours and 35 minutes. Now, once again, the disclaimer, I do drive Plus and XL and Select. So I drive Plus and regular Lyft, and I drive Uber X, Uber XL, and Uber Select. I only had maybe 1 or 2 Select rides, and a couple of them were surged, which was nice. Had a few Plus rides. Not many of those were surged or prime timed. But I had some exceptionally big regular Lyft prime times and some pretty darn big Uber XL. So I'm going to show you a couple of these rides because they were crazy. So, and the weird thing is, most of the time it ends up being 1 or 2 people on these XL rides. It's very weird. But anyway, as you can see, here's an Uber XL this one was not surged. It was just some people that had a lot of luggage. $21.46 for a ride to the airport. That was a cancellation. They canceled on me while I was sitting there. They were apparently, I guess, I don't know if they put the wrong address in or what, but it was actually surged, and that would have been actually not that great of a fare anyway, so I really don't care. Uh, so here's the big ones. Here's the big ones here. 11:30, I had a ride that was an XL ride. Or no, this was actually a regular Uber X, sorry, but it was a 5.5 surge, and it was 13 miles, and it took me 24.84 minutes. A lot of the time there was spent getting off of Broadway and onto the interstate so I could take this guy up to the Hermitage area. As you can see, $66.70 plus he gave me a $5 bill as a tip. So $71.70 for a 25 minute ride. That's freaking insane. So like I said, that's a 5.5 regular Uber X. This 5440, that was an Uber XL surged, and it was a 3.4 surge. So it went 5.11 miles, and it was 30 minutes. And the reason it was 30 minutes is because it took forever to get out of downtown. It was right after the Eagles concert let out. The guy, I met him on 4th Avenue and near Broadway, right by Margaritaville and all that stuff. He actually walked up the street to meet me so he could get in the vehicle, and it was just him. It was just one guy. I feel kind of bad when they do that with the XL at it, but I mean, what are you going to do? So $54.40 to go 5 miles. Crazy. Like I said, I had some insane freaking surges last night. It was just freaking crazy. This one was a 3-mile one. It was a 1.2 surge XL. Not crazy. This was an Uber X. That was 12 minutes, 1.5 miles. It was a 5.9 surge. So a 12-minute ride that was 1.5 miles, regular Uber X, made me $17.70. It's not too bad. Not too shabby at all. As you can see, it would have been a minimum fare, but it's 6 times almost surge, so that's freaking crazy. There are some great surges in here. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, here's an Uber XL. This was actually the ride that was not surged. This was my first ride that started the night. 21.38 miles, $44.30. It was an XL, and it was only 4 people. And they tipped me $8. So, I mean, that's freaking amazing. So, I mean, I was getting tipped left and right like crazy. So, I don't know. So, like I said, $627.44 for Uber. $627.44 for Uber. Let me put that in there. I also had $25 in cash tips. Actually, one $20. So, some ladies from last night, there were a lot of birthday parties in town for some reason. And one of the groups of ladies last night left her gift bag in the vehicle that had like cards and stuff in it. I didn't look at them or anything. I just kind of was like, oh. Actually, a passenger found it. It was way in the very back, tucked away. I always mean to stop and check and see if anybody left anything behind, but I just never end up doing it. So the passenger's like, hey, there's a gift bag back here. I was like, oh, go ahead and give it to me. So I sent in a thing to Uber saying, took a picture of it and all that stuff, described the ride. I remembered exactly who it was. And they reached out to me, texted me today, and said, hey, if you wouldn't mind dropping that by. So I did. I dropped it by, and they said, we left an envelope for you for a tip. We appreciate it. And I got the envelope, and it was $20, a $20 bill. Pretty decent. So I did not charge them a lost item fee, because that would not be right. Because I could get $15, really, if I wanted to, extra. That would be $35, and that just is not, that wouldn't sit well with me. So, anyway, moving on to Lyft. So, Lyft, I didn't have as many rides. However, the rides I did have, wow, I'm online on that. The rides that I did have were pretty phenomenal. I had a 550% regular Lyft towards the end of the night when the bar close happened. And I honestly feel kind of bad when these things happen in a way, but I mean, gotta love my acceptance rate there. 20%. It's pretty abysmal. But it wouldn't be 20% if Lyft would actually send me, what the hell am I doing here? Okay, that's great. I don't care. So if they wouldn't send me freaking 20-minute away rides behind me, the other opposite direction, when it's surge time and stuff, and send these ridiculous streaks, I'm just getting tired of Lyft, honestly. Anyway, so I made $497.36 for the week on Lyft. It's pretty damn good, considering how little hours I worked on there. 497.36. So, as you can see, for the week, this is the first time I think I've ever exceeded 1,000 or at least 1,100 driving in over a year. So crazy, totally insane. And that actually doesn't even include a couple of other cash tips that I got over the weekend. So it's over $1,150. So that is freaking crazy. I really don't even know what to say. I'm not even sure. And if this is a portent of summer coming, bring it on, because I could use that. So I only did 29 rides, 21 hours and 35 minutes and 3 seconds. As you can see, I had $331.20 in ride payments. Look at the prime time. $259.76 in prime time, $35 in tips, $20.68 in bonuses, and I'm actually not even sure what that is from. Interesting. Anyway, oh no, it must be some streaks maybe, and some other stuff there. I don't know. Maybe I had a power zone too. I don't know. I have to look at that. The bonus thing, it shows nothing. So anyway, so I wanted to go over a couple of these rides because my God, they were crazy. So Saturday, I actually did more Friday than I did. I don't know who the hell that is called. So Friday, I actually did more. I think I actually had some decent little rides there. They were smaller rides. Plus ride for, oh yeah, this was a nice one. This was a plus. So this was right after the concert, and it was a ride that was I forget how much prime time it was. So $12.42 was the ride payment. So the prime time was $43.47. It was only 2.47 miles, but it was a plus ride, and it was 6 ladies. They were a little upset by the amount that they had to pay, but hey, I think I want to say it was 400%. That looks about right. 450% maybe. Yeah. Anyway, it was a high surge, and it was a plus ride. $41.92 is what I got on that one. That is just crazy. Just totally crazy. So I'd actually dropped off on 4th Avenue near Honky Tonk Central, and I was actually kind of stuck on 4th Avenue, and I had actually turned around away from Broadway to get the hell out of there because I was just tired of sitting there. And that's when I got the ping for that ride that I just showed you. And luckily, the ladies were nice enough. They wanted to get out of there and go home. So they were nice enough to walk from Broadway over to where I was, which I was just across from the Schermerhorn Symphony Center, right next to a parking garage that's underground. That's right next to the Hilton. So they walked a good half a block for me, which was nice. They got in and we left. So that was a crazy ride. Crazy expensive. It was a nice ride, but it was crazy expensive because that was some stupid prime time. Anyway, and then last night, there was some more crazy prime time. So my very last ride ended up being a ridiculous prime time. I only had 8 rides. Look at that. 15 rides for $233, 18 rides for $188. Look at this. This is ludicrous. Look, ride payment $78.58. Prime time $166.81, and $5 in tips, which I expected because who wants to pay a tip on some crazy stuff like that? So this is a 3-mile ride. Was this prime time? No, that was not prime time. The crazy prime time one was this $96.52 one. This was crazy. So I know it looks weird. It looks like I took some crazy route, but so what happened was I got the request, and it was right outside of Rippy's, which is at 4th Avenue and Broadway. I was coming in the backside, and I called, and I said, "Hey, are you over by Rippy's?" And she's like, "Yes, that's exactly where we are." we'll see you in just a minute. So I was like, okay. So I was afraid. It almost never fails. This, like I said, this was a 550% plus or 550% regular lift. Um, I figured it was going to go a mile or two. A lot of times those big rides like that end up being really short ones. So I pick them up. There's two people. It's a guy and a girl. The girl says, I want to put two stops in. So she did. She put two stops in, but she did it incorrectly and put the same address on both stops. I don't know how that happens. It always happens. But anyway, so the first address was in East Nashville. And then the second final drop off was down near Berry Hill, which is, sort of she was actually, that's not, Cheekwood is not where she, anyway, it doesn't matter. It was down basically in the Hillsboro sort of area. But anyway, so I ended up dropping her off there. It's a very nice girl. I don't know if she knew how much this thing cost at the end, but as you can see, it was $108.90 of prime time for what it would normally have been a $19.80 ride. Rides like this kind of make me feel bad in a way, because 550% means it's 6.5 times regular. So that's like a 6.5 surge on Uber. That is crazy. So it was 16.47 miles because I went all the way to East Nashville from downtown, over off of Lytton somewhere. And then not Lytton, anyway, it doesn't matter. Over on East Nashville, right off of the Trinity Lane area. Like if you take Ellington to Trinity Lane, get off over there, drop off. So I dropped him off, and then we proceeded to her address, which was another good chunk of distance and time. So as you can see, it took 29 minutes and 16.47 miles for a total of $96.52 is what I got. Lyft got $32 on that. Just crazy. Crazy. That's actually, is that even right? Sorry, I'm just questioning that. I just thought about that. $19.80 plus, yeah, I guess it is right. Plus $108.90 in prime time. That's like what is that? Like $128 almost. And then I got like 100, so I guess that's about right, or less than 100. But anyway, so I had some crazy prime times like that. It was just nuts, man. Let's see if I can find another one that was kind of crazy. Yeah, here's another one that's 3.63 miles, 2022. Prime time of $20.97. That was a regular Lyft ride, I believe. Yeah, it looks like a regular Lyft ride. And it was this one also had a couple of stops. Yeah, I do remember this one. I think this was like a 450 or something like that, or a 550. I'm not really sure. Pretty crazy. $20.97 in prime time only for a $5.99 ride. So $6 roughly. If you think that's at least 3.5. So I think it was a 350%. $20.22 on that for a ride that only took 13 minutes and 27 seconds. It was only 3.6 miles. It was a pickup in Germantown, took him over to the Titan Stadium to drop off one friend where he had parked, and then take them back to her place somewhere over in East Nashville. But anyway, I digress. This is crazy. $9. This was over in the Division Street area. As you can see, it was right over by the new Ayrton place, and it took them over to Kung Fu. It was pouring down rain at this time, and which is why this was so expensive. Because the prime time was crazy. As you can see, it was like a 300%. So it would normally have been a $4 ride payment. Ended up being actually a 200%, I think. Anyway, I got $9. Pretty crazy. And one of the other rides that I had right in that same period of time was this one. $21.19. I kind of felt really bad about this, honestly, because this was a really sweet Australian lady who lived in the Gulch at the Laurel House, which she has to make a lot of money probably to live there. But still, this was a pretty good surge. And as you can see, I picked her up in the Gulch, and then we went downtown. However, as I was going downtown, the concert let out. And as the concert let out, crazy stuff happened. So, like, we were right in front of the Renaissance Hotel, about to drop her off over. We were trying to get to 4th Avenue so we could just shoot down it, drop her off by Margaritaville, be done with it. However, the Metro or whoever, I don't know what happened at the Renaissance Hotel, but like 5 or 6 Metro cars came flying up, ambulances and fire trucks too, and just blocked the whole freaking street off. So we ended up having to turn around and go back the other way. As you can see, that's why we went Commerce. And then we tried to go that way, but they had already shut down Broadway. So I had to go back this way, past Commerce, and so we came in this way off of Charlotte. We came in the back way because I was going to go down Commerce, and then so we ended up going actually down to 4th there, and then that's where she decided to just go ahead and get out. I don't blame her for that, but it gave me $21.19 for only 23 minutes. It took 23 minutes to go less than 2 miles. Pretty crazy. But anyway, guys, I had a great weekend. 21 minute ride, or 21 minute video here. I do appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate all the new subscribers. My subscriber count's getting up there. It's pretty cool. I really appreciate you guys watching. I do really appreciate it. I try to bring you guys honest content from the Nashville area so that you guys can get an idea of what it's like to drive in the Nashville area, the kind of craziness that goes on. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out my links below if you want to sign up for Uber or Lyft. I'd really appreciate it if you did. It helps me to hopefully get a video camera in the future that I can do better instead of this phone. But in the meantime, we'll use this. So if you guys are out driving this weekend and next, I don't know if Easter weekend is going to be busy or not, but I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you're out driving, please be safe, and I will see you guys next time.